Capture zone secured. Hostiles on the scope in zone B.
Gathering in.
Enemy TPD. We got the zone. Zone compromised. Also good to go.
Guys are moving on B.
You're unstoppable.
Hi, I'm B-Town, and I make videos about games I love. Today we are going to be ranking all of the launch assault rifles from XDefiant. This game is incredible. I highly suggest you check it out, but the weapon grind, even with double XP, is very serious business. It takes forever to rank up your guns, so I thought it'd be worthwhile to throw together a quick video and let you know which ones are going to be worth the grind. This was actually a pretty tough list to put together because all of the assault rifles are pretty darn good, but one of them definitely stands out as the worst of the bunch, and that is the first weapon on today's list, the MDR. You unlock this one via the battle pass, and holy crap, it's actually kinda not worth it. It's a bullpup weapon that I believe is intended to kind of straddle the line in between SMG and assault rifle, kind of like a hybrid, but unfortunately, it doesn't do anything particularly well. This one isn't total trash, but I just don't understand why you would pick this over all of the other fantastic options within the category. If you want an SMG, pick an MP7. It's probably the most overpowered weapon in the game. If you want an assault rifle, you have things like the AK and the ACR to choose from. If you rank your battle pass all the way up, it gets a really snazzy looking skin. I think it's really cool, but unfortunately, it's kind of just a hit marker machine. It makes you feel like you're shooting marshmallows. M4. This is a step up from the MDR, but not by much. You could consider this the default assault rifle. I've tested out a bunch of different configurations, and I just can't make this weapon amazing. It's competent. It rarely ever truly lets you down. It just doesn't do anything particularly well, which is kind of a shame because I love the M4. It's basically a default weapon in every modern FPS game, Call of Duty, Battlefield. You really root for this gun to be excellent, but it's actually kinda not. Once you rank it up a little bit and get the attachments that increase your rate of fire, it becomes a little bit more competent and a little bit more doable in close quarters combat, and you don't really sacrifice like your long range punch. So that's how I've been rolling mine. I still kind of struggle to find like true success with it. This gun kind of loses in every way. It loses up close to P90s and MP7s and even the MP5. It loses at long range, of course, to sniper rifles, but also the ACR, the AK, LMGs as well. You could definitely put together some pretty nasty streaks, and I feel like a lot of people are just gonna bunny hop away from this weapon and just want to bigger and better things and kind of never come back to it. Once you kind of unlock a bunch of different stuff, there's really no reason to, frankly. Although it's probably not worth your time, I don't think the grind itself will be miserable. This is a reasonable weapon. It's kind of middle of the pack. M16. Okay, so we go from two weapons that are kind of on the cusp of maybe not being that great to an incredible weapon. The M16 is like borderline disrespectful. This gun absolutely shreds people, stops entire teams in their tracks. It's 3-round burst, it's incredibly accurate, and if you could hit your shots, you were gonna absolutely pulverize the enemy team. This gun has a little bit higher of a skill ceiling where you have to actually be able to connect those shots, hit them consistently. It's especially unforgiving in close quarters combat. It can be problematic if you miss a burst, but if you can nail those shots consistently, this gun is absolutely phenomenal. It's particularly great at holding head glitches and locking down alleyways, and you don't need any unlocks to help this gun reach its potential. Any attachment that increases ADS speed is more than welcome, but all you truly need is your optic of choice to make sure you have a nice clean sight picture to land those shots on target. AK. Oh, this gun is so satisfying. Holy crap, I love this gun. It feels chunky and heavy. It hits really, really hard. It's got a fair amount of visual recoil, but you're still shooting very, very straight. It's kind of like the COD 4 AK. If you're familiar with that game, it feels very similar. It's fantastic in close quarters. It's capable at long range, but really the AK is all about that mid-range dominance. It's really hard to argue with somebody who's holding down a choke point with the AK. I think a lot of people have already discovered the AK and they know how powerful it can be. The only thing that's keeping it from being probably overrepresented in the last couple of weeks is because we've had double XP weekend, and a lot of people are taking the opportunity to rank up different weapons and get gold on a bunch of stuff. But kind of like the MP7, I think this weapon is just basically meta. As you're grinding, what you're really looking looking for are things that are going to kind of like buff the handling of the AK and just make it a little bit sharper, a little bit crispier. Anything that increases your strafe speed, your aim down sight. Quick mags is also a fantastic addition that you unlock really early. This weapon is absolutely bonkers, and it's definitely on that short list of weapons I reach for when you enter a really sweaty lobby. I'm like, oh, these guys are ultra tryhards. Let me grab that AK and teach them a lesson. You know, XDefiant is a live service game, and we're going to get season after season of additions. We're going to have new weapons, new maps, new everything. This final weapon is going to stay relevant and kind of top of the heap no matter what they add to the game. ACR. Our number one today, and it is king of the assault rifles. I actually think it's funny and kind of shady that they made a Call of Duty icon like the ACR, the best assault rifle in XDefiant. Totally worth unlocking and grinding all the way to completion. I think you only have to get like 10 long shots, so play Mayday a few times basically. It hits super hard and has very moderate, controllable recoil. For some reason, I find the spray transition on this one to be really phenomenal. You can just go from target to target to target. Getting a 3-piece really isn't a problem for the ACR at all. It has the close and medium stopping power of the AK mixed with fantastic reach like the M16. It's full auto, it's forgiving, and it's actually really fun. Just something about the sound and the recoil in this weapon, it just feels so satisfying to use. There are a few maps that favor SMG playstyle, kind of like Echelon, for example, where the ACR maybe isn't the best choice, or you should probably roll with something like the M16. But on most maps, this gun is just amazing. And it's basically just as powerful, really, no matter how you configure it. You can lower down the recoil and make it more of a laser beam for long range. That works amazingly well. You could up your sprint to fire time and kind of make it a little bit more rough and tumble, get into the middle of the fight, which is kind of what I do. If you're just starting out in XDefiant and you're looking for a bedrock weapon that's super duper reliable and always has your back, this one is absolutely worth unlocking and grinding all the way to max rank, especially with a double XP weekend like it has been for the last couple of weeks. This was just a quick video. I wanted to get on, share my thoughts, share my passion, and maybe provide you a handy little guide for ranking up these weapons and having more fun in XDefiant. This game is absolutely awesome. If you haven't downloaded it yet, why not? It's free. It's only like 30 gigs. Give it a shot. I'm not being paid. I just really love this game. It's awesome. I haven't been this addicted to an FPS game in many years. Probably Black Ops 2 or Ghosts. Like, that's how deep XDefiant has bored itself into my brain. All I do when I'm not playing XDefiant is think about XDefiant. It's like video game fentanyl. I'm addicted to it. It's amazing. But thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite assault rifle. And I'm always looking for tips and tricks as well. If you guys have a configuration or some way that you've been playing one of these weapons and you think it actually takes it to the next level, or it's better than I'm giving it credit for, I'd love to hear about it down below. But otherwise, I'll see you again really, really soon. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.